Hello everybody, my name is Ray. Welcome to the Evangelical Dark Web. Today we're going to be talking about branch Covidianism. I know we had a video about that yesterday. We're going to have another one today, and guess what? We're going to have another one tomorrow. All three videos will be telling three completely different stories, but I just got to stack it this way because it is a fast news week as far as branch Covidianism in the church goes. So in this video, we're going to be talking about Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary and how they're implementing a medical apartheid in conjunction with Joe Biden's vaccination mandate. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. This stands in complete contrast to Al Mohler deciding to take a hypocritical stand against Joe Biden's vaccination mandate, and he filed a lawsuit along with Asbury Theological Seminary, which I believe is a Methodist seminary, not a Baptist one. So that joint interfaith lawsuit stands in direct contrast to medical apartheid that Danny Akin of Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary is implementing. So let's just take a look at the policy here. Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary encourages all employees to receive a COVID vaccination to protect themselves and other employees. However, should an employee choose not to be vaccinated, this policy section on testing and face coverings will apply. This policy complies with OSHA's emergency temporary standards on vaccination and testing, and has a reference number there. And it's clear that they're implementing the vaccination mandate that Joe Biden has enacted, despite the fact that there are conflicting opinions at the circuit court level. And this will eventually be solved by the Supreme Court. Now, again, we shouldn't have too much optimism in the Supreme Court because Amy Coney Barrett is a branch Covidian, not a Catholic. And who knows where Brett Kavanaugh will rule on that issue as well. So obviously it has an uphill battle in my opinion, but we had some pretty good circuit opinions and that ruled against the mandate. So this basically is saying if you don't get vaccinated, if you don't show your papers, you're going to have to submit yourself to mandatory routine testing and wearing a mask constantly. And it goes to show, again, none of this stuff works. The Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary is lying here. They are lying about the efficacy and the safety. They're lying about the ability of the jab to protect people and other people. They're just completely lying about this, and that's unacceptable for a Christian organization to be doing, or at least a supposed Christian organization to be doing. There's nothing very surprising about this policy. It's literally the Biden vaccine mandate that this seminary is imposing on its students. Now, I've heard it said, or this vaccine mandate requirement in the HR department released, basically only talks about how this requirement affects employees of the seminary. However, according to Capstone Report, which I believe broke the story first, their sources tell them that basically in order to be a student there, you have to be vaccinated because of all the extracurricular activities that are mandated in order for you to graduate. So those activities are having vaccination requirements and proof of papers. Show Me Your Papers has made a comeback in 2021, and Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary is completely on board with that. Now, going back to when I called Al Mohler a hypocrite for bringing forth a lawsuit, not only was he a hypocrite for being extremely late on this issue when he has otherwise been bent over to the government to have its way on him and his seminary, Al Mohler is very silent on this issue in his own camp. Again, the Bible talks about taking the speck out of your own eye before you take the log out of your own eye before you try to take the speck out of your neighbor's eye. That is a passage about personal repentance, and the order of which you confront issues. If you're not repenting of something, you have no business confronting someone else for not repenting on the same issue. In this case, Al Mohler is trying to sue the Biden administration, but he's not willing to confront his own Southern Baptists on this issue, like the International Mission Board and now Danny Akin of the Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary, who basically was an early prodigy of Al Mohler, if I recall. Because Al Mohler is the longest serving president of a seminary in the Southern Baptist Convention, and I believe Danny Akin is number 2 on that list. Could be wrong about that. But Danny Akin is now arguably the second most powerful person in the Southern Baptist Convention. He has ridden the liberal wave high and mighty, and he is also head of a seminary as well, the wokest seminary in the Southern Baptist Convention. So he has solidified his street cred on the liberal side of the Baptist Convention by not only embracing critical race theory, but also embracing medical apartheid, because that's what the leftists want, even in the church, especially in the church. Again, not that much to the story. It's very unsurprising that Daniel Akin, of all people, would impose this on his staff and faculty. This could easily be seen as a move to basically purge your seminary of the rest of the conservatives who are, in my opinion, quite silent on the downgrade that's going on at Southeastern. But I digress. Again, not much going on with this story, but it is important to cover because, again, it'll be interesting to see the response of Southern Baptists. I recommend full lawsuits against Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary, because who is their legal counsel? Who is their legal counsel? So that's all I got to say about that. My name is Ray. This is the Evangelical Dark Web. If you like this kind of content, also subscribe to the channel and check out evangelicaldarkweb.org, linked in the description below. Subscribe for more content about branch Covidianism in the church. Tomorrow we have a very interesting video that continues a series I started a few months ago, so don't miss it. Leave a comment below, and I will catch you on the next one.